I just want to make sure I have all Malcolm's shit, because there was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Maiden, Rival to Mackers, Witch. I had a banner.
Yeah, you have a standard.
Standard, that's it.
Yeah, you have a standard, and you also have a sword that's actually a fish.
Yes, oh yes, my fish sword. And I have to end things in couplets?
Yes.
Today on The Terrible Warriors, we return to our story of the Scottish play, because the play's the thing, and there's no more intros, I'm just doing them live. Hello everyone, I'm Justin Ecock, I am your playwright for this story, this tragedy that we are playing through. We have already cast our play together. We're ready now to perform Act 1, Scene 1, here in our story. We're going through Macbeth. We are playing The Play's the Thing. It's by Magpie Games, written by Mark Truman, and edited by John Wick, which is kind of cool. A nice little connection there to 7th Sea. Of course, I cannot play this thing alone. I am surrounded by my actors. Starting at my left, your right.
Hi, everybody. It's Nahrgang. I am playing the part of Edmund Redmond, who is playing the part of Macduff.
Who is also
He is enemy to Macbeth, but also brother to Macbeth, according to our edits.
Yes. It's already begun.
I am still Katy Grabstus. I am an actor named Baronetess Lorelei Codswallop. I will be playing the part of Lady Macbeth, and this is the OG virgin, no changes made Lady Macbeth, so I'm the boring one.
But we've already changed. The role of Lady Macbeth is now you've got a few other suitors that have been rolled into this character, which we'll get around to in just a moment, but we also have...
I am Natalie Make It Weird Wallace, because I'm sticking with that, who is playing Lilith. Just Lilith.
Who's playing
also
all
playing the witches, bitches. That's how that is now.
How does Lilith feel about now going through 5 acts of Valley Girl speak?
Yes, the witches are now Valley Girls. Instagram.
Their
Instagram. Basic.
Lilith is ready to just kill everybody at this point. She's just so
that is not
this.
prop poison. That is just
not
real arsenic.
Even a little. Hashtag so done with this. Hashtag no more.
She speaks. Her incantations are hashtag.
Joining us from Edmonton.
Hey folks, it's Will Mitchell, and today I am going to be playing Henry Marsham, who is playing Banquo, except Banquo is in fact a horse disguised as a man, who also likes to act as both a minstrel and is madly in love with Lady Macbeth. And then he's double cast. Henry is also playing Malcolm, the suitable bachelor looking to get his claim to the Scottish throne reinforced through marriage.
Which works really well because you'll be both inside the horse suit, and then you can just jump out of the horse suit in your Malcolm outfit.
It's so useful for the quick changes.
Practical casting. It's actually brilliant.
And last but not least, I mean, look at him.
Look at me. Hi, Brie Poisonne. Bringing back Someone Needs to Stop That Dirk Guy, Vice.
I kind of want Dirk to be in like an Old Spice commercial at this point.
So quick reminders.
He almost is.
So quick reminders before we get right back into it. Don't forget you have on-stage and off-stage abilities, so even when you're not in the scene, you still have abilities to affect what's going on, as well as putting yourself into the scene if you don't want. I want to be part of this now. The hams get special abilities for that, but anyone can propose that edit to put themselves in places where they don't belong. At any time as we're playing through this, you just say cut. And now you're not speaking as your actor or your character, you're speaking as the player, and you are proposing to the playwright, me, what change you want to add into this story. So the changes don't just stop with our casting. Everyone might end up being a disguised horse by the end of this game. It ends up playing out like
game goals.
Like that Discworld story where one by one every single character in the regiment ended up being a woman in disguise who had all snuck into the army.
Yeah, Monstrous Regiment was so good. Spoilers.
So that might be the case. We're all secretly horses and we don't want anyone to know about it. Horse, of course.
Also, by the way, Macbeth spoilers, in case you're not up on that. Spoilers incoming.
Isn't there a statute of limitations on a centuries-old story?
Yes, it's 2 centuries.
and Dirk is playing Macbeth. I realized I never actually said that. Dirk is playing Macbeth.
Dirk forgets who he's playing all the
Dirk
time.
doesn't care. Dirk is just Dirk. Hi.
Put the ham in the lead role.
I've already been drawing hearts around my own name on my sheet, as is right, and I barely listened to how we play the game.
Well,
as is
Dirk, get ready because you're in the
canon.
first act.
Oh boy.
Act 1, field set, Scottish Moor. Macbeth and Banquo. I'm going to read out the synopsis, and I'll remind you as we go through where we're going. So there's going to be a couple of scenes in this act. Macbeth and Banquo, returning home from a great battle, come upon the 3 witches on a Scottish moor. The witches tell Macbeth he will be king of Scotland, but also tell Banquo that his sons will be kings. When he arrives home and tells Lady Macbeth, Macbeth is surprised to find that she insists he kill King Duncan and take the throne. He's hesitant, but is ultimately persuaded. Because, I mean, he's into it.
Into it.
So we'll start with Macbeth and Banquo, and then
Hey.
the witches will join. So Macbeth and Banquo on the Scottish moor.
What were we returning home from?
Action.
A big old battle.
Big old battle.
Cut. I would like to be returning from
Bed Bath & Beyond.
a night out on the town in the bars.
Okay, so that's changing
you
the
really
story.
slayed.
Instead of returning from battle, you're returning from a night on the town. So
Yep.
that's going to be a Logos roll.
Yep.
And being generals and battles is a pretty big part of Macbeth. So I'm gonna say this
Isn't the bar really just another kind of battle though?
fair.
Love is a battle.
I'm gonna lower the difficulty down to 15. All right, so you don't have to spend as a ham any story
Oh
points
yeah,
for
I
the
don't.
cut.
I don't know what I'm
But
doing.
to roll against this, I am gonna say so. You're changing the story, so it will be 1 story point there to actually roll against me.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you.
You can have
And it's
that.
going to be a Logos roll. So what's your Logos stat?
2.
2. So you start with 2 dice.
I need one more dice.
Oh yes.
Plus to give.
Where oh, they're all right. all right in
Oh
there.
well, fine. They're in front of me. I don't
So you're
know
gonna
what
start
I'm
with 2
doing.
dice. You're also gonna get because you're changing the places, so you're gonna get another dice here.
Another dice.
So another dice. We're still gonna roll more. So
I got 3.
you also have. Do you have any invokes or things here that's on stage? What's your on stage ability?
My on stage is that I can yell cut without spending story,
Oh, okay, that's
which I just did.
And your plots and props. You have you're not in a duel, so you're not getting any bonus dice from that. The knight. What's the knight invoke?
Gain 2 dice when honoring your commitments.
Is this honoring? Do you think this is honoring your commitments as
It's
Macbeth?
honoring Dirk's commitment.
Well, I mean, if Macbeth is the sworn wingman of King Duncan,
Yeah, that's true.
Look.
So spend a story point. You can get 2 more dice. As a
Yeah, we went out
sworn
and got King
wingman to
Duncan.
King Duncan.
I'm already so low on story points. Yeah, okay. We're going hard.
Okay, so take 2 more dice.
2 more dice.
And then you also have, as Macbeth,
That's
you're
5.
sworn to Lady Macbeth. I don't think the invoke's going to
Holla.
help out.
What
with
if she's
following
into
your
it?
lead. Well, that might be another separate
Why are
edit.
you not? Why are you judging Lady Macbeth so hard? I'm feeling the
The
judgment.
fool. We didn't announce what you were bringing onto the stage. Your sword. How many?
Sword.
How many? You bring all your
Ladies.
parts with you. So you also have the fool. The fool is speaking truth to the world.
I mean, it's speaking truth to power. Does the playwright count as power? Because they're speaking some real truth here.
It'd be another story point. I'll give you 2 more dice.
No, I'm not spending
All
my
right.
last
So
story
roll all that. You're trying to roll higher than 15.
I got 5 dice. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh,
Didn't make it.
It's not enough. It was that was a Logos roll. I don't think anyone can re-roll the Logos roll for another player.
no, I can't help you.
No.
So you really wanted to be coming in from a night out on the town. Let's you know
Because
what?
Dirk, the actor, is here hungover.
I'm
needed
learning
it
how to calibrate.
If I was
this as well.
off stage, I could have you re-roll that.
Because I'm still calibrating the game and the difficulty, and I do kind of like the idea of not coming in from a battle, but instead coming out from just like heavy drinking in town. So I make that the difficulty was a 10.
Oh, okay.
Because I can put it at 10, 15, or 20
Right.
Yeah.
on how major the difference of the story is, and we've already messed up this story so early on. So let's put that at 10. Let's actually have that a success change.
Coming home from the
'Cause
bar.
I want you all to feel comfortable in actually wanting to make edits to this as well. And so Macbeth and Banquo, returning home from a night out on the town, come upon the 3 witches on a Scottish moor. And action again.
Ugh.
into it.
So Macbeth, you and Banquo,
Yeah, walking along, being buds, still pretty drunk.
are you
let's
riding?
be honest.
Banquo is also a horse.
Yeah, are you also?
I am
Yes, Banquo
draped.
is quote unquote giving a piggyback ride.
I'm draped unceremoniously across Banquo's back, being like, "Slow down, please."
We need to get back to the
Don't forget the
castle,
lines
my
as well.
friend.
I don't.
You're
Stars hide your fires, let not light see my black and deep desires. Did you see that last night? It was real good.
so hungover.
stars nothing.
Take
If we
three
aren't
straight
back by
points.
dawn, my lady, your wife, will be extremely cross.
No, she's into it. Don't worry about her. I got this.
I don't think she's into it.
I got this.
Whoa.
Witches appear.
Ah,
What hose?
Give him a point for that.
That was
Oh, that
great.
was beautiful.
oh, are we still at the bar? This is great.
Hashtag holla at y'all.
Holla, yeah.
Like, you totally need to know what's happening.
I never
Here's the
know.
sitch.
Look at me.
So
I fall off of Banquo's back so that I can be closer to the witches.
Hashtag double toil and trouble. Fire emoji, burn, and cauldron bubble. You'll need to know what's going on here.
Is this a wet
You
t-shirt contest?
Again, that there crown emoji is gonna be yours. Yeah, for real.
I'm looking at Banquo being like,
Banquo
"Did
leads
you hear
in.
that?
My friend, be careful. These bitches be basic.
Casually sips pumpkin spice latte.
Of course.
I'm kind of into it
The
though."
middle one is casual. Somehow it's witches. It's 3 of them. So she is somehow 3 people. It's like her and then 2 other heads. I don't know. So the middle one's got a pumpkin spice latte going
It's
on.
like a
The
Zaphod Beeblebrox thing happening in the
Yeah.
original
Oh my God,
TV show.
yes. There's also Uggs, and then the other one's got the phone out with taking selfies. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we might have some other
Yeah.
non-speaking role
Yeah,
actors that are there, like
exactly.
as the playwright. They're
Well,
out there,
one of them is
and they're just
literally
like
taking
taking
selfies.
selfies of each other. They got the
Exactly.
selfie stick that they're also using to stir.
Perfect. Yeah, simultaneously. Oh, okay, yeah. It doubles as a stir stick. It works great.
Yeah.
guys. So, totally king material.
That's
But
what I've always said.
Also, you.
Speak into the microphone.
Oh,
not
sorry.
Away from the
There we
microphone.
go.
Yeah.
But also, you be your kids. Also, crown emoji.
Pointing at
Hashtag
Banquo.
you'll be king.
I'm looking at Banquo and I'm like, does that mean we're supposed to just hand gestures, elaborate hand gestures?
My
'Cause
friend,
I could be into that.
your wife will not accept this, and Banquo sort of does an aside out, and yet, if he ruins his marriage, then perhaps Lady Macbeth may be mine.
Hashtag OTP.
Dirk the actor has kind of now noticed people in the front row and is making eyes at them since there was that aside, just like, oh yeah, you see you after the play.
My friend, I cannot be your conscience. All I can do is tell you prudence is the watchword of the day. Rein in your passions.
Nice.
I've never been good at that. Never.
Have a story point there.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna have Dirk look
I will
back.
always award story points for puns.
Cool.
Just to everyone.
Perfect. Good
Dirk's
to
gonna
know.
look
Time has
back.
come.
Dirk's gonna look back at the witches and be like, "Okay, that's all good, but girl, are you a sedimentary rock? Because I love how many layers you have."
Oh.
Justin, give me a story point for that. Get ready,
The
y'all.
witches can exit now.
Witches are like, Jesus
So,
Christ.
The
Come
prophecy's
later.
been done. And they log out.
Yep, they're done.
The
You hear that MSN noise as I dial out.
Banquo
Dirk's
and
just
Macbeth.
Like, but.
Follow me on Instagram.
Banquo and Macbeth arrive home, and they meet Lady Macbeth.
I climb
Macbeth
back onto Banquo
arrives
for
home
that.
and will tell Lady Macbeth the prophecy they've heard from the witches.
My lord, I have missed thou so. How hast thine actions been upon the battlefield?
You could call it a battlefield, I guess.
I just did, my lord. Let me bathe thy wounds in yon water basin.
And he looks over at Banquo and he's like, see, I told you she'd be into it.
Into what, my dear lord?
Oh, just me, Just me.
Lo, my lady, strange women we encountered upon the road. They had peculiar words and prophesied greatness for both your husband and my offspring.
Yeah, apparently he and I are going to have eventual kids.
I don't think that's
Presumably not
scientifically possible.
I mean, I'm willing to try.
I'm going to compel Banquo here. I'm going to give you a story point. You are in love with Lady Macbeth.
Damn right.
And so, as a lover, what did I have here? I'm trying to find.
I gotta act the fool for it.
Gotta act the fool. You start acting like a fool to Lady Macbeth.
Dear lords,
It is.
Oh, go on, dear Banquo.
Although Macbeth may have a crown upon his head in this life, it is the future, the legacy which matters, my lady. And it was prophesied that I shall be having children who shall be wearing the crown.
Oh, thou don't say, dear Banquo.
Yea, indeed I do.
Yea.
Verily, the witches have proclaimed it.
Oh, and what are you bringing to the table, dear husband?
I mean, Dirk is very heavily leaning on Lady Macbeth at this point. He's still pretty drunk. And I mean Dirk, like he's not playing Macbeth. He is actually drunk.
Yeah, Dirk is actually
Dirk
hosed.
is drunk.
Lorelai's really upset because she's trying to be center stage right now, and Dirk keeps kind of pushing her.
Yeah, just off, kind of.
Yeah.
Look, this is
of
my
a
good
wrestling
side.
match happening.
This is my good side. The light has to hit this side.
Lady Macbeth also is insisting to kill King Duncan at some point.
Yes. So, with these witches that have just appeared, did they provide a WikiHow URL on what the next step is to receive this crown?
I guess we've just done away with the Elizabethan era.
Yeah.
No, it's still the Elizabethan era.
That's just really
Yeah, it's just alternate universe.
It's like the Jules Verne, how he predicted the submarine.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
predicted
Shakespeare actually
WikiHow.
predicted Instagram and WikiHow.
Yeah, there we go.
hundreds of
He was
years
brilliant.
before.
He was way ahead of his
Wow.
time.
Yeah, truly a genius.
Did they provide a Renaissance WikiHow URL?
Dirk's just like, I figured that would just happen to me.
Alas,
You
they
know
did
how
not,
things
but
do.
my lady, I could show you how such children may come about.
Oh, Banquo, are you?
Dirk
I'm
is
just gonna
Gotta
let it
act the
happen.
fool.
It
Into
should
that.
have been an edit to have Banquo in this scene as well, just for the record, because it was
good
just
point.
Oh, shit,
Macbeth
yeah.
and Lady. I'm just gonna.
No, leave
I'll
him. I
allow
love
it.
him.
I missed out on that. That's my job as the playwright. Wait, I realized backstage.
playwright
What the
already
hell is
screwed up.
Banquo doing there? He's not in this scene.
How the hell did he get on stage?
There's a bunch of
horse outta
stairs in one of the wings, and I can't do it. It freaks me out on my hooves.
That horse just wanders during the play. It just ends up in scenes. And
It's
everyone
actually
just
really
says
difficult.
it's okay.
It's been really difficult to move the horse costume, so it actually just stays on stage.
Banquo, I
Yeah.
don't want you to be saddled with such responsibility.
Oh!
Yep.
You're gonna regret these points later.
My lady, these desires ride in my heart, and I cannot carry the burden any longer, and I would like to produce the Book of Love Letters to Lady Macbeth.
Oh, well, gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds.
Boy. So early.
Please.
Shall we
So-
make the beast with two backs?
So you want to throw in an edit here of edit. You want to win the love, and you want to.
Damn right.
You want to see Lady Macbeth also in love to Banquo.
That's what he's going for here.
Great. I was just saying because if you use the letters, I'm just gonna throw in extra dice when you're spreading secrets,
Yeah.
and you're adding in a new plot, which is a pathos roll.
Yes.
What's your pathos?
3.
3. Oh, nice. So let's spend your one story point. You start with 2 dice plus 3 dice plus another dice with the secrets plus another die to invoke being in love to Lady Macbeth.
That brings me up to 8 dice, I believe.
Yep. Roll them all at once.
What's he trying to roll?
8d6. I'm doing this in the Discord.
I love this. Let's put it at another 10.
Yes.
All right. I got a 28 out of 10.
So that would have beat any level of difficulty I had. So Lady Macbeth is smitten by Banquo's advances.
I love this.
Banquo, art thou saying you want to
In
be
front of Macbeth. Macbeth is still fucking here. Like,
my
I'm
Yeah,
right
here but drunk. Classic
Main-
Shakespeare shit going down on stage.
Kind of into it.
hadst thou want to be my main lover, dear Banquo?
Oh, indeed, my lady. Twould be
Would you
to
like
be
to yell
the
a cut?
greatest joy of my humble life. My heart gallops apace.
Well, I
Yes.
say, hey, let's do it.
I can compel Macbeth when
Yeah, I
you guys
was
want to
gonna
run
say.
off. Your loyalty goes beyond
Yeah,
your oath.
yeah.
Follow your liege even when dismissed. So you just go with them.
Into it. Let's go. Just go with them.
And yeah, I think we're gonna scamper off.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
gallop
Also-
away.
Lady Macbeth is surprised to find that she insists that they all head off for a threesome and then kill King Duncan later. Hesitant at first, Macbeth is ultimately persuaded. End of scene. That's the end of Act 1.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
I think,
Yes.
I think this
I,
is going great.
We
Yeah, this
saw
is
the,
definitely the sort of story that'll last the ages.
We saw the clip opportunity and we took it.
Now wants to use
Take
the
one
poison
away.
on
Take
herself.
one away.
Clopportunity is not a word we want to put in the human lexicon.
No, it's not.
Lilith wants
So
to
are you
poison
still going to
herself
kill
instead.
King Duncan? Is this still like
Yeah, but now
still
she's
brought
gonna
up?
make it happen for Buddy. Lady Macbeth's now gonna make it happen for
Banquo.
For Banquo.
So Act 2, the palace set, royal quarters. That's where we're starting.
All right.
Between that and now, Macbeth kills King Duncan. So where we're starting, Macbeth kills King Duncan, but forgets to leave the bloody dagger in the servants' quarters to frame him for the
Right.
crime. Lady Macbeth covers for his error. Macduff arrives the next day and finds King Duncan's body when he attempts to wake him. Macduff, of course, being played by our lead.
Yes.
And Macduff arrives the next day and finds King Duncan's body when he attempts to wake him. He's doubly suspicious when Macbeth reveals that he has killed the servants who murdered the king. Macduff is crowned king by the assembled lords, including Banquo. King Duncan's son Malcolm flees for England. So that's what's going to be happening in this act. So we're going to bring in our remaining.
So I'm in first as.
Will is both Banquo and Malcolm.
But
It's gonna be great when the horse costume comes apart and there's two guys.
And Nug is Macduff.
So this
We have
starts
Macbeth, we have Lady Macbeth. It's really Natalie is off stage, but your witches are still ever present, and you can still throw in edits as you want. Remember your
I-
off stage ability.
Yep. Oh, I've got plans.
And I know that I can also direct you to deny mercy at any point as well. We'll get to that. So we begin Act 2, I guess, as the clip cloppity action is happening. Macbeth is going to kill King Duncan is where we begin. So we begin with Macbeth in the palace.
already done.
Have I just murdered Duncan, or are we in process of murdering?
It's just this Macbeth kills King Duncan, present tense.
And the servants.
So we can, but forgets to leave the bloody dagger in the servants' quarters. So we can start with you forgetting about the bloody dagger with Macbeth. So then it's Lady Macbeth and Macbeth.
Yeah.
So Lady Macbeth, Macbeth. The next morning, you've killed King Duncan, but you still have the dagger with you.
Oh my! Ugh. Why hadst thou still the bloody dagger upon thou person?
Thine bloody dagger was yours, and I brought it back, and you get mad when I leave your things other places.
I don't know. You were supposed to leave that with the body. Well, I made it very, very clear.
Half the time I'm supposed to leave it, half the time I'm supposed to bring it back. I don't know what I'm supposed to do
Don't
with
turn this into a
thine.
domestic thing. You go right back there and you put the knife near the body so it looks like somebody else killed him because come on, I know you're drunk, but please try and understand this. If the knife killed the king and the knife is on you, people are going to start wondering.
Okay, I'll go put it back.
That's going to be, would you want to make it an edit? Because Lady Macbeth covers for his error. That's how it's written, is Lady Macbeth is going to be, I'll do it. And if you want Macbeth himself to go and cover for his own crime,
I'll do it, but he has to convince me.
Well, no, you have
No,
to
you
do
have
it
to
because it's in
spend
the
it.
script. If
Yeah.
you want to say I'll do it, but he has to convince me, you gotta edit that. It'll be a logos roll. That's
Oh,
not how
alright,
play
no,
goes.
I'll just go do it.
Lady Macbeth is sworn to Macbeth and will do everything it takes to make sure he ends up on the throne.
No, okay, fine. I'll do
Unless
it.
you want to change her backstory.
No.
You love me. Look at me.
Yeah,
Look at me.
ostensibly, apparently, allegedly. Give me the knife.
Just hands it
Thank
over.
you.
Dust the blood off of his hands. Where did you leave, Banquo? I'll just.
BRB.
So BRB covers for his error. Macduff.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Edmund's
I've come in to see the
alive.
king, right?
Edmund, the actor, is still alive.
Yes.
He's still here.
Hey,
that
crowd's like
guy.
that guy.
I love
Hey.
He's like clapping
He's
yeah.
that guy
alive.
from that thing.
I walk in, I
You're
walk out,
okay.
and I say like a catchphrase, like "Hello there," and the crowd claps. And
And they throw
like,
hazelnuts.
I've come to see King Duncan, right?
You've come to see King Duncan.
King
You will
Duncan's
find
sitting
his
in a
body.
chair, the body's sitting in a chair
Weekend
with
at
his back
Bernie's,
to
it's
me,
great.
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Hey, Duncan, what's up? Just come by to say hi." Oh, give him the old silent treatment. Hey.
Am
And
I behind the body right now? Like, am I-
Lady
Oh,
Macbeth,
I
you can
cut. I got an
yell
idea.
a cut and
Oh,
put
good.
yourself
He
in
cut.
the scene.
Will has a cut.
Spend a story
Um,
point to yell cut, and
Will has a
Will
cut,
spends
yeah.
a story point to yell cut.
To buy time, of course, because there was that sort of friction between Lady Macbeth and Mackers to hide the evidence. To buy time, they bring in the witches, in fact, to Weekend at Bernie's, the body of the king, to keep Macduff busy.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
Would that be pathos or logos, do you think?
I'm introducing a character,
But you're also using a body like a prop.
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
also using a body like a prop.
I'm going to say, let's do, what's the higher stat for you?
For me, it's pathos with a 3.
Let's do pathos. You're going to roll 3. You're bringing in another die, so you got 4. And you have, you're off stage right now. So what's your off stage ability?
Off stage, I can help somebody else re-roll a failed logos
because you're the
roll.
ingenue. So you don't really have a whole lot of other things or any props you're using because you're not on there making the edits. So,
So yeah, I think in rehearsals, Henry really dug the witches parts. Like, he's a groundling himself. He loves that shit. And he's like, no, this needs to be spookier. We need these weirdos more.
yeah, well, the weirdos are never in the castle in this script, so it's going to be a much higher. Let's make it a 20. To
Okay.
bring the witches now into all the politics of the castle.
to
Roll high,
apparate.
buddy. Roll high.
And okay, so I'm rolling 3 for my pathos. And is that it?
You're rolling with your pathos. You're changing the plot, so it's another 2 dice. So
Oh,
it brings
yeah.
up to 5. And if there's anything else you can think of that you have that you can use to add in more.
Because I'm helping my friend. I'm Macker's friend as Banquo. Do I gain 2 dice when I'm helping my friend accomplish a task?
Yep, the invoke will cost you another story point.
I got him to burn,
you're
baby.
limiting them, yep.
So yeah, I'm down to 11 of those. That'll give me another 2
You're
dice.
also compelling.
Horror.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah,
you're
jeez.
compelling anyone. You're bringing another player into the scene. I don't really know how that plays out, adding someone else in, but
Oh yeah, I can't use
Natalie
my own
seems-
compel, can I?
Natalie
But
seems
that's-
fine with it. So
Or I guess it's my invoke, I should say.
then, yeah, I'm fine with all of this. So that brings it up
Okay,
to 7.
76, 24.
Yeah, it happens. So the witches are now in the royal chambers with Malcolm.
Literally
and the
power
body of
behind
King
the
Duncan.
throne.
And they're just there,
Yeah, Macbeth.
like texting away.
Hey, how's it going?
Like, you know,
Are you just waving, or he's doing his? you're
I've got like
speaking
one of.
for
I
him?
was trying to speak for him because I decided that it's probably gonna look too weird if I try to actually move him.
True.
I'm just staying really still.
True. Hey, just thought I'd stop by, see how the war's going.
Yeah, like it's been totally great. Hashtag blessed. We've been like killing it.
Oh, that's cool. You seem super upbeat about the war.
Like totally, yeah.
Oh, okay.
War's great.
Hey, Macbeth's not around, is he?
Macbeth is currently killing the servants who have been framed for the murder of the king, but is not in this room.
I know. Okay. Hey, did Macbeth make it back from the war? Okay.
I would like to invoke my offstage to literally show up.
Yeah. So you're just gonna show up with the body of the dead servants,
Or just
kill
covered
these
in gore.
guys
Just strangely
before he's even
covered.
discovered King Duncan is dead. The timing is all off.
But no, I got a great line as you come on stage.
Yeah.
So, like, by the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
What?
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, hey, Macbeth.
So is that you spend a story point, you don't have to
That's-
roll for it?
Yeah, spend 1 story point to make another actor call you. And he was just like, where's Macbeth? And I'm like, right here. What's
Yeah, there you go.
happening?
Hey, someone say my name. You're like
Something
Beetlejuice.
Totally use one
And
of my
then do
lines,
you
though.
just as the witches, do you bail and the body
Oh,
slumps to
hell
the
yeah.
floor? Oh my God, the king! He looks like he's dead.
Oh, that's awkward.
I'm checking for a pulse. He's not breathing. He's been murdered.
Oh, that's awful. It's just like the world's worst, just like hand on forehead shock.
the servants
I
did it.
immediately draw my sword. I can't hurt him, but I'm doing this compel that I can't let evil go unpunished.
Yeah.
And of course, I strike blindly without. I pull my sword and I'm like, "Who did it? Who
Yeah,
killed
I
this
can
king?
give you a story
Definitely-
point to compel that from you.
Yes, who did this? Who did this?"
Definitely the servants. I bet they've been up to no good, and you should definitely go and kill the servants unless some good soul has already done it for thou first.
That's an edit. You've already you killed the servants. Past tense, according
It's
to the
already
script
done.
I wrote.
Hey,
But if you want Malcolm,
no, I don't
you
want-
Malcolm to go and kill
No,
the
I want
servants
him
on
to
your
go
behalf?
find that they're already dead and basically be like, boy, someone must be real on that, helping you
Okay.
behind the
all right, I'm
scenes.
gonna go check out these servants.
You do that. I'm gonna
back.
double
They're
check.
dead.
I'm gonna go. I'm checking for a pulse.
What? No, he's for sure dead. The servants are dead. How did you know the servants would be responsible?
I just had this good feeling that maybe someone is way on top of this. Wink.
I don't trust that wink.
I spend a story point.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the room.
You're there.
I'm
all right?
there.
Lady Macbeth is there.
Oh my goodness! The servants are dead.
Yes,
fucking
now we've
hams.
triple checked
I know,
that.
right?
Both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are the ham, so they just keep bringing
And
themselves into
so
everyone
now
else's
we're
scene.
both
We're
just swooning
actually
in
just
shock
This is-
together.
Like the king
I
is dead.
re-
I bet Malcolm did it.
I hate that guy.
I
Malcolm
hate that
walks
guy.
in because he's supposed to, sees all you fuckers and his dead dad, and just like,
Hey,
I
guys,
could go to
I'll
England.
handle this. Hey, Malcolm, I got some bad news. It looks like your dad's been murdered. Now,
What?
I know, and apparently the servants did it, but that's... I kind of doubt it. Something seems fishy.
Malcolm, why did you kill the
that's my
servants?
sword.
Oh, that's your sword. I see.
The assembled lords are arriving to King Macduff now as the new king.
I guess I'm the king now because your father died.
That's awfully convenient.
I
I have a hot date in Denmark. There's this lady there. She's a little bit nuts, but she's really charming.
Dirk's like, I would like more information on that, please. Thank you.
Is she single?
Yeah, no, we're gonna go hang out near a riverbank. So I just gotta go. I'm definitely not raising an army overseas though. I'm just piecing out.
What is the maiden's invoke? I'm trying to see this here.
Invoke is gain 2 dice when dealing with those who want me. My compel is my position is weak. I must not trust others, which I was kind of just
you're not
doing.
trusting anyone.
yeah, that's true.
Hell no. Macduff definitely killed my dad.
I need to use that against Lorelai when she's playing Lady Macbeth. She's
Oh, yeah.
trusting Macbeth way too
Malcolm,
much.
before you leave,
I mean, look at me.
Before you leave, Malcolm, just know I did not kill your father, but I will find out who did.
Great. I'm a little bit too grief stricken to really make sense of that right now.
You take your fish
Mac-
sword.
Yeah, me and my fish sword are kind of getting out of here.
And as he leaves, I call after him. I'm like, hey, Malcolm, if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple.
Oh.
And just give him like a big thumbs up and a wink.
Well, you know what? Yeah, Malcolm is going to pull Macbeth aside. I don't trust Macduff.
Good.
He's clearly murdered my father to take the crown before I could. He's stolen my birthright. You must stop him.
I can do that for you, fine apple.
Would you like to edit in a new place to have a private conversation with them?
Sure.
Yeah, so you take him to like a side, like to the cloakroom as you're leaving, and you're getting your horse ready, who's not Banquo, even though you play
It's
both
definitely
roles.
not Banquo. It's played by one of Henry's kids, though.
Yeah. Oh, you keep them all around because you have rival. Gain 2 dice when attempting to surpass your rival. You're currently a rival to Macbeth, but we can edit that to now be a rival to Macduff.
Absolutely.
You want to change that plot or add that plot?
I'm all about that.
So you got story points to burn. So
Yep.
let's. I don't even want to like if. I'll just let that happen now. So
Hey, great.
the hero is now a rival to Macduff and is pulling Macbeth aside to be like, you got to help me, as he's putting together his horse cast by his
Macbeth
nephews.
is just so beautiful.
all being
How could
done.
he have done anything wrong? I'm washing all this ketchup off my hands. I don't know what happened.
Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell.
Take a story
To whip
point.
out one of my lines.
Yeah, get that story point back. It was all right.
Nice.
Didn't draw any tears from the crowd, but
Yeah, it's all right. It's more of a dramatic thing.
yeah, I mean, my direction for you is you must place yourself in danger, but you're doing a fine job on your
Oh,
own.
he's
I mean, technically, I suppose, is it being in the room with Dirk right now as he washes all of this ketchup
This
off
guy
of
is
his
totally
hands, putting
fleeing
himself
for
in
England to
danger?
raise an army to take you down so that you can't be King of Scotland.
Oh, not me. He's taking out Macduff. I've
Yeah.
We're
done
taking
an
out Macduff
excellent
to
job
make
here.
himself the king, though.
Then he'll be king.
No, then I'll quietly take him out after everyone else has done all the hard work. I don't. Have you watched me before? Like, this is my jam.
All right.
If you and yours could defeat Macduff or weaken him or disrupt his army, I will send word when I have gathered troops down in fair England, Scotland's big pal. Putting myself in further danger.
Good.
King
don't-
Edward is famously understanding.
was just I want him to just grab Malcolm's face and be like, "Don't worry, we got this here. You go and you do whatever it was you were doing in England."
I'm
do you
directing
want?
you here into once he leaves into a soliloquy because I really want to know what Macbeth's plan is.
Oh yeah, what's Macker's
What's
thinking?
really going on
Mackers?
here? I haven't done
Good
enough
on Mackers.
directions. I'm supposed to do them like each act.
Okay.
So I'm forcing you into a soliloquy as soon as Macduff heads off to
Oh
England.
God, don't ever leave me.
Or
I
Malcolm heads
love
off
you
to
so
England.
much. Yeah, just
Malcolm bails.
Malcolm's just
Exit
Clop,
stage
clop,
left,
clop.
pursued
He's
by
gone,
bear.
man. He's gone to England.
Mid soliloquy. He's just like,
Macbeth,
bye.
alone in the
F this
stables,
noise.
is now going to reveal the plan.
turns out to the audience, a la a soap opera, right? Because fuck it. And looks straight at the audience and says, life is but a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury and signifying nothing. Because truly it is nothing when I don't really understand what everyone else is doing. I think they are trying to help me, but truly the only one that I can trust in this situation is my dear wife. She is the only one
Who's currently banging Banquo.
who looks out for me. I'm into that, so
Banging
it's okay.
Banquo.
And
Except Banquo's prophecy was that his children would be king.
yeah, so I have to figure out, and apparently I have to figure out how to make kids with Banquo.
Oh, you poor cinnamon roll.
Maybe it's not
Your-
you and him.
It's Lady
No,
Macbeth
it-
and Banquo.
Maybe
that
it's
is
Lady
never
Macbeth.
that is
That
never
never occurs to me.
crossed.
Never crossed your
Dirk's
mind.
mind.
Well, that's the next act is Macbeth fearful the second half of the prophecy will come true, orders Banquo murdered.
So as he's standing and doing this
dawns
soliloquy,
on you.
it dawns on him. He's like, "Wait a minute,
Dudes can't
I'm
have
married-
kids.
I'm married to a woman."
Wait a minute.
do you think that maybe?" Shit! He just like walks off stage.
Gonna have to kill that bastard.
Clomp, 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 clomp.
Oh goodness.
And that's what we'll end this episode.
Perfect.
Macbeth finally clicks that he's gonna have to kill some dudes in order to maybe take this throne.
I just killed a bunch of dudes. I've done so much work now.
In Act 3, Macbeth, fearful of the second half of the prophecy that will finally come true, orders Banquo murdered to end this horse tryst with Lady Macbeth.
Guys, you'd think she'd be into it because I heard Banquo was hung like a horse.
Give him a story
Points,
point.
points, points, points.
Really
Thank you.
You want to record that one?
Go
Yeah.
In the next act, the murderers will kill Banquo but fail to kill his son Fleance. Fleance. Macbeth is upset at the news, but is even more upset when Banquo's ghost starts to haunt his coronation feast.
Horse ghost.
Horse
And
ghost!
Macbeth learns that Macduff has fled for England. Well, already knows that, and suspects that he will ally himself with Malcolm. So you already know he's fled for England because now we're having like the edits are stacking on top
Yeah,
of
but
each other.
I think he's
But
in
now-
Macduff has fled for England to kill Malcolm.
Now you're like, oh, it's all starting to like you're catching up like 8 hours after everyone else. So will Macbeth
pretty normal
stumble
for
his
Dirk.
way into the throne, or will they all die tragically? We'll find out next week on The Plays the Thing, right here on the Terrible Warriors. This is real dumb and fun. I'm your playwright, just along for the ride, Justin Ecock, surrounded by my actors who clearly know Shakespeare a lot better than me.
Hi, Nahrgang.
Katy Grabstus.
Natalie Wallace.
Free Poison.
Will Mitchell.
We'll see you next week as we get to Act 3, The Royal Feast. A bunch of murders are about to go down. Ghosts. Those witches, I guess, are in the castle now. So
Basic witches.
we'll find out what happens next time.
I'm excited.
Good to each other.